have some questions for you about your new song. And after 4 years, you released a new single, and now you're also a mother. How has it been balanced life as a Sky's mom and as the artist Jessie J?
There's no balance, girl. You got kids?
No.
No, it's this really hard to find a balance because there's no, especially when you're raising a toddler, no Saturday is the same. So I'm just very lucky that I have a village that's very small but very dedicated, and I take great pride in looking after Sky, and but I also know that happy mum, happy boy, and I knew that it was time for me to like pour some love into my own self and my own cup away from him. And I'm lucky enough that I have a boyfriend and family and friends that support me in that. So yeah, we're still trying to figure it all out. I'm up at the crack of dawn making him food and sorting out his wardrobe and updating his shoes and changing out his books you know, and then I'm editing videos and finishing songs, and I don't sleep very much at the moment, but it is what it is. You can't ask for a lot on your plate and then, and then say you're full. So I'm grateful that there's food piled up.
In No Secrets feels deeply personal and seems to reflect to your journey uh, the past few years. What made you want to share this story right now? And how does it feel to open up to the world like this?
So I mean, I wrote this song in 2022 or 20, yeah, 20, it was the 22nd of April, 22. I wrote this song, 22, 22. Um, and me and Jessie Boykins were in the studio just talking about how obviously I'm a super open book online, and how the whole world is like, we share so much on social media now, and just kind of the like back and forth of like, you know, do I share? Like, why put it on the internet? Whole life is online, no secrets. Like, how do I get so intimate? Like, what takes me there? And for me, that's just part of who I am. But I think it's such a relatable experience for everybody in the world right now that shares their happy days, their bad days, their personal secrets. Um, Obviously the verses are more personal to me, talking about things that I've gone through and my relationship and and losing my baby. But I think it's important to talk about real human stuff. I think it's important to bridge the gap between celebrity and non-celebrity with music that makes us all remember that we're all human and we're all just trying to survive and get through life. And I think that I'm grateful that I can encapsulate those moments that will move and change through time with music. That's my way of putting my little print in the world. So it doesn't I don't feel like I did it as a point at this time. I just think it was where I was at on that day of going, gosh, maybe I share too much, but I love sharing, but should I, but shouldn't I? And then No Secrets came along.
You wrote the song with Jessie Boykins. Can you tell us a little bit about the songwriting processes and how the lyrics came together?
I don't remember, to be totally honest with you. I feel like questions like this in the past, I would make something up, but I actually can't remember. I don't remember how the lyrics came about. I remember us just talking about like exactly what I just said about how we put everything online, and I remember just saying I wanted to have an opening line that made people want to listen, but also probably made people a little uncomfortable because it's just so like straight to the point, which is very me. It's very Aries. It's very like I felt like I wanted to be like face to face, making eye contact with someone, having a conversation. Like, I lost my baby, but the show must go on, right? No ifs, ands, or maybes. Can I cry for just one night? Of that thing of like in life we move so quickly and everybody has difficult jobs and everyone is struggling in some way and people have lots of children, and when you go through something sad that you have to just show up the next day, and sometimes that isn't easy, and sometimes that it is easier by reaching out to people, whether they're people or strangers on the internet, to go, can you embrace me in this time, and to share that experience. So that's kind of the conversation that me and Jessie Boykins were having. But man, I was yeah, I wasn't even. It was God. It was only what 5 months after I had a miscarriage. So yeah, it was a needed topic for me to write a song about.
I've been reading on your recent interviews, and you will say you fully embraced by R&B. Can we expect a new Jessie J completely focused on this genre in on the upcoming album?
So there's bits of everything. So I basically wrote three albums across 2019 to 2023. And the whole album is a kind of mashup of all of my favorite songs from all of that time. So there's some big pop, there's lots of R&B, there's acoustic, there's dance, there's ballads. So it's kind of all over the place. I don't feel like any of my albums that have stuck to one specific genre, which I don't feel like any of them have, to be honest. I just that's just not a bit of me. I feel like I'm too. I feel like as humans, I just think we're too layered to like just focus in on like one specific genre. But there's enough songs on the record that you could pick out the R&B songs and it can be a mini album. So I'm hoping that my R&B fans will be fed and happy.
What about pop, Jesse? A style you've been rightly recognized for. Are you stepping away from it, or will there still be some pop songs on the news
You
records?
know, there's definitely pop songs on it. Yeah, the next song coming is a big pop song.
And No Secrets play like a open letter. What was like for you emotionally to write a song so vulnerable?
I think it's important to just be vulnerable. I think people take vulnerability as weakness, and I don't. I see it as a strength. I think we all are just reaching out to hold hands with someone. And I just think that I'm grateful that I feel like my music helps people be less afraid to reach out and hold hands of someone that they need support. Um, or even just in happiness. Like not all my songs are obviously sad, but like even just in happy songs, like it's nice to just feel like you can embrace people, you know, energetically, spiritually, physically, if it's appropriate. Um, and I feel like this topic for me was so important for me to. I've always used music as therapy, so no secrets I needed to write for myself, but it just became a song where I was just like, I feel like other people would be able to relate to this in their own way. So that's why I wanted it to be the first release.
And a lot of change have changed in your life, including leaving Republic Records. As a dependent artist right now, what are you most excited to explore?
Um, I said to someone the other day, I feel like I've gone from being part of like a chain restaurant to go in and working with like the family owned restaurant on the street that you love. And like I think that I'm just most excited about being able to like chop it up with those people and like really create something personable and an intimate experience that is very unique as opposed to going to a chain of um restaurants. I know the metaphor makes sense to me. But I'm just looking forward to being able to have more say, more creative control, um, to be in less debt and to have a good time.
Brazil is always on your agenda, even with the coming up. Uh, what can fans expect from your performance? The album's nearly finished. We'll
Yeah.
hear new songs at the show.
Oh, for sure. There'll definitely be new music, but also a celebration of all my big songs from 2010 to now. 15 years of it's not easy to create a set list with five albums, I'll tell you that. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to create a new show and it will be actually this show this year. I'll only be doing this show a handful of times, so it will be a it'll be a nice moment and I'm such a huge Mariah Carey fan, so I can't wait for this honestly.
And the name of our site is Tracklist. Can you share three songs of yours and another artist? Are you on the track list of your life? And send a message for your Brazilian fans.
What's on my track list? First one is D Train, You're the One for Me. Dun, 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 dun. The drop in that is just beastly. Nothing will beat it for me. Um, X Factor, Lauren Hill. Just that song just gets me every time. And my own song, I would say, I'd say No Secrets right now. Feels like it's really where I'm at in my life. That's not because I'm trying to promote it, or is it? Um, but no, it does really feel like it really reflects where I'm at. So I'm grateful for that.
I love the Expecto by Lauren Hill too.
And my
Uh,
Brazilian fans, a message to them, I adore you. I feel your passion and your care and your support. And I just feel like I feel like that every time I think about coming to Brazil. So I can't wait to come back in September. I'm so excited.